EPA degree meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for July 27th, 2021. Today's video forecast is sponsored by the Reading Fightin' Phils, who are back in town for the next 6 days to play the Somerset Patriots, the AA affiliate for the New York Yankees. And that first pitch for tonight's game, which will be the first night of that series, starts at 7:05. Get your tickets at rphils.com and go out and see the Reading Fightins take on the Somerset Patriots. Today we have a hot day, much like yesterday. We have hot temperatures, but we're not looking at really high humidity. We didn't have that yesterday either. Northwesterly wind flow is going to keep the humidity in check. But we'll have temperatures here, as you see today, in the 89 to 93 degree range. So 89 will be closer to the Poconos and higher elevations, and 93 will be down by Philadelphia Metro. So generally lower 90s for many areas today. But again, the humidity is not going to be crazy today. One thing we will have, though, today is some wildfire smoke to contend with again. And before you start groaning and moaning about that, that's the first thing I thought of was, okay, well, is it going to be like last week? No, it's not. It's not going to be to that extent. Last week we had an issue with the smoke was not only vertically integrated, it was also down to near surface to the point where people could smell the smoke. They were going out in the morning to walk their dogs and reporting that they could smell smoke already. We were actually a little bit hazy last night, just a little bit. So I don't think it's going to be much more than that, but it's not going to be quite to the extent we had last week. We are going to have mostly sunny skies otherwise, but it's going to be dimmed a little bit by that those hazy conditions today. So as we get over to a loop here, I'm going to show you the latest loop. This is a vertically integrated smoke loop here. Okay, so it starts off at 8 o'clock this morning and it runs through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is just going to be mainly this afternoon and evening and maybe part of the overnight where you have the smoke issue. And then tomorrow morning it kind of reverts back to very minimal amounts again. So here's that loop. You can see during the afternoon you get some oranges coming in here indicating some higher levels of smoke across the atmosphere. But you're not getting these deep reds. Like, if you remember last week when I showed you this, I had some deep reds and purples on here. I mean, it was some pretty intense wildfire smoke we were dealing with. So you're going to have some today. That's going to give you some hazy conditions, but that's about it. Nothing over the top, I don't think. But, of course, we'll monitor that throughout the day. Here we have mostly sunny skies today. We have a mid-level shortwave moving off to the north that's going to come in later in the day across New York State. And this shortwave could bring some scattered showers and thunderstorms closer to the New York-Pennsylvania border, especially as we head toward the evening hour. So areas in northeast PA could see that rotate through. The global models don't really have too much here, but the NAM does. Here's the this is actually looking at mid-afternoon going forward. You can see some of these are crossing into Pennsylvania up by the New York-Pennsylvania border, across north-central and northeast PA. And you have, this is looking at the early evening at this point. So you have a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. We have to watch this, though, because sometimes these can turn into an MCS, or mesoscale convective system, and be a lot more numerous along that boundary that's off to our north here. So we'll see how that plays out. The NAM's not really overly thrilled for our area here. Just looks like some garden variety thunderstorms across the far northern tier. And then in the overnight, you could have a shower until this completely pulls away. For areas north of I-78 mainly. So we're along I-78, we have a 20% chance of a stray shower or storm overnight, but I think most of the activity is going to be closer to the Pennsylvania-New York border during the day. Actually, during the evening will be when it's at its most likely time frame to occur. And then we have, once this moves off here, it's going to move off into the Gulf of Maine. There's going to be a weak cold front boundary, kind of like a pseudo cold front, not like a real cold front like you would think with cold air behind it. You have a little bit of a cold front feature here that could touch off a stray shower or storm here on Wednesday afternoon, so that's possible in a few areas as well. But then the main cold front will come through here on Thursday. Now, again, the global models are not really thrilled with this here on Thursday at all, and is very, very widely scattered. The NAM's a little bit more organized. Again, it has one of these mesoscale convective type features coming at us. And it looks pretty organized, and then it gets to our area, and then you get some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region. I would expect on Thursday to see at least some scattered activity across our region, and not minimal like the global models, like the European model I just showed you was indicating. Okay, so we're going with scattered showers and thunderstorms on Thursday afternoon. This will effectively break the heat behind it. You're going to have some cooler days as we get to Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to move this to a different image here. We get to Friday and Saturday. Oh, I'm on the wrong model here entirely. That's what I'm doing. So we get to Friday and Saturday. We should have mostly sunny skies both days. Temperatures are going to be either side of 80 degrees, so it's going to be pretty nice as we get into the late week period and to start the weekend. Not dealing with wildfire smoke at that time. Should just be bright blue days with a few maybe puffy afternoon clouds, and that's it. Both Friday and Saturday, and again on either side of 80 degrees. Very nice temperatures and humidity levels for those 2 days. By the time we get to Sunday, there's a big difference of opinion of how this plays out. There's a cold front coming at us. You can see that right here, and that's right up here. There's a cold front here, but the European model and the GFS split in two different directions with this. One, the GFS brings this cold front through on Sunday night, so you might have an isolated thunderstorm with the front as it moves through Sunday, and then it has Monday completely dry. European model, however, it has nothing on Sunday, and then when we get to Monday, it has scattered thunderstorms because the front is about 24 hours slower. In this situation with a northern stream system, the GFS typically handles this a little bit better, and it's a very progressive pattern, again, with a northwesterly flow, so I would favor GFS here and think that maybe late in the day on Sunday you could have an isolated thunderstorm, and then partly cloudy on Monday and cooler as the front passes. So that's what we're going with right now until we have a little bit more clarity, but I think the GFS is what's favored right now for that time period. We'll continue to examine that once we get a little bit closer to it. Today's it's only Tuesday, so we have a lot of time to look at it, but as far as planning purposes, if you want to look ahead, just allow for, if you have some outdoor activities on Sunday afternoon, allow for an isolated thunderstorm at least until we have better timing for this later in the week. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for July 27th, 2021. Have a great Tuesday.